Hi dear viewers! There are games where difficulty isn't just about numbers or stats, but a true test of your skill. They are not about grinding and over-leveling. They're about reading animations, having steel nerves, and making precise decisions. Here you lose a lot, but every victory feels like a real medal. Let's break down exactly why these games are brutal and why gamers respect them so much. Sekiro doesn't let you grind levels and brute force bosses with stats. The core mechanic is posture, not health. You don't win by lowering HP, but by breaking enemy posture. To do this, you need to parry attacks with perfect timing. Miss the timing, and you lose posture and momentum. The Mikiri counter breaks thrust attacks, but requires stepping right onto the spear. Sweeps must be punished with a jump and a mid-air strike. Grabs come out late and punish greedy players instantly. Even basic samurai at the gates can kill you with 2 combos. Lady Butterfly teaches discipline, illusions, projectiles, and tight control of space. Jenny Kiro is the exam of exams, long combos, multiple phases, lightning attacks, and reversals. Lightning reversal looks like magic, but it's just a perfectly timed jump and strike mid-air. Every victory is not luck. It's rhythm, sound, and visual memory of strikes. You learn to listen to metal and watch enemy shoulders, not HP bars. The game rarely explains in text, but always teaches through animations. Checkpoints are forgiving, but running back to a boss is still risky. Once the timing clicks, battles feel like music. That's why Sekiro is called fair difficulty, not torture. Nioh 2 is difficult not because of speed, but because of its systems stacking together. 3 stances completely change your moves, frames, and risks. High stance hits hard but drains ki and leaves you open. Low stance is for quick dodges and cleaning weaker mobs. Ki pulse is essential. Miss it and you're a sitting duck. In the Dark Realm, ki recovery slows down, enemies get stronger, and panic sets in. Burst counter is different depending on your guardian spirit, brute force, precision, or timing. Without it, many bosses feel like one-shot machines. So of course give unique abilities, but they eat your ki bar and must be managed. Set bonuses and armor matter as much as weapons. The arsenal is huge. Odachi, Tonfa, dual blades, each with its own rhythm. Enunra floods the arena with fire and tornadoes, requiring perfect counters. Yatsuno Kami lashes out with poisonous snakes covering half the arena. Kasha turns into a flaming wheel, forcing you to track chaotic spins. Shibata Katsui charges like a bull and punishes slow reflexes. Human bosses fight like true duelists. Reading stances and buffs is key. Loot management is a hidden challenge. Drowning in menus costs fights. Consumables like paralysis talismans or poison bombs can flip a battle. Co-op saves nerves, but bosses bulk up and mistakes are deadlier. Leveling up doesn't help without mastering ki pulls and timing. Progression is not just stats, it's execution depth. The toughest parts? Cursed rooms filled with multiple elite yokai. You must learn to cut your combos short, stay safe, and reset stamina. Once you hear the rhythm of bosses, fights collapse in minutes, after dozens of deaths. That's why Nioh 2 feels tougher than most Souls-likes.
Death is a certainty. So must we live.
Bloodborne is dark, fast, and unforgiving. Enemies here don't wait. They attack immediately and never give you time to breathe. The rule is simple. Got hit? Hit back fast to recover health. This makes combat aggressive and intense. You can't hide behind shields. You must dodge and strike constantly. Every encounter feels risky, even against regular monsters. Bosses are massive and unpredictable. Each fight has its own rhythm, and you have to adapt. If you heal at the wrong moment, you'll get punished. There are no safe zones. Danger comes from every corner. The world itself feels alive and threatening. You're always balancing between fear and courage. At first, everything seems impossible, but then you start learning patterns, you stop fearing death and start reading enemy movements. The more you play, the more confident you become, and when you finally defeat a boss, the satisfaction is insane. Bloodborne doesn't reward power, it rewards courage. It teaches you to take risks, stay aggressive, and never give up. Every fight is a test of reaction and bravery. That's why many gamers call Bloodborne one of the hardest and most rewarding games ever made. Returnal is a sci-fi shooter that restarts every time you die. You lose everything and start from scratch, again and again. Every run feels different because the world changes after each death. That's what makes it both frustrating and addictive. You must stay focused all the time. Even one mistake ruins hours of progress. Enemies attack from all directions, filling the screen with bullets. It's not just about shooting, you have to dodge perfectly too. The hardest part is staying calm when you're close to victory. One wrong step and you lose everything. Some bosses take more than 20 tries to beat. Each one has unique patterns that you have to learn by heart. It's mentally exhausting, but also incredibly satisfying. Returnal teaches you to accept failure as part of the process. Every death is a new lesson, and every attempt gets you closer. It's not about luck. It's about persistence. The game constantly tests your reactions, focus, and nerves. It's beautiful, fast, and brutal. You'll rage, you'll restart, and you'll keep going anyway. And when you finally reach the end, it feels like victory over yourself. That's why Returnal is one of the most respected modern challenges.
Creating our own fate.
Demon's Souls may look calm, but it's a true survival school. Every step here can lead to death. Traps are everywhere, enemies are smart, and bosses are merciless. If you die, you start again. No mercy. The game teaches you to be cautious, slow, and strategic. It's not about speed, it's about observation. You need to study your enemies and remember their attacks. Every victory comes only after many failures. When you unlock a shortcut after a long run, it feels like relief. The game is fair but strict. Every death is your fault. Even regular soldiers can kill you if you lose focus. Some bosses, like the Tower Knight, look easy but destroy careless players. The hardest part is staying patient. When you're close to winning, Demon's Souls trains discipline better than any other game. You celebrate small victories because here, every inch of progress matters. It looks beautiful, but inside, it's cold and demanding. You can't rush, you can't relax, only learn and adapt. Every boss teaches a new lesson. Every death reminds you to stay calm. Only those who don't give up can truly reach the end. Cuphead looks simple, but it's not. Yes, it has an old-school cartoon style, but this game demands lightning-fast reflexes. Every boss fight is a storm of bullets, enemies, and movement. You have to shoot, jump, and dodge. All at the same time, the whole screen becomes chaos, and one mistake means defeat. Each boss has several phases that keep changing. You can't relax. Every second requires focus. Cuphead doesn't let you progress easily. You replay the same fight dozens of times, but when you finally win, it feels amazing. There's no luck here, only skill and memory. You learn every pattern, every sound, every move. Some bosses can destroy your confidence, but beating them feels like a personal victory. Even professional players admit that Cuphead is pure concentration training. It's not about graphics, it's about control and precision. 1 second of distraction, and everything collapses. It's one of those games where you grow with every attempt. It teaches patience, focus, and self-control. Cuphead looks cute, but finishing it is a real achievement. If you manage to beat it, you've earned your gamer respect. That's why Cuphead absolutely deserves its place on this list. These 6 games all have one purpose: to test you. It doesn't matter how skilled you are. Each one forces you to start from zero. They demand patience, timing, and strong nerves. But when you finally beat them, it's one of the best feelings a gamer can have. Write in the comments which of these games you've conquered, and which one broke you. And don't forget to subscribe, because even tougher challenges are coming next. See you in the next video.